I'd like to introduce a gentleman who's been very inspirational for many of us, and Ashok is the founder and president of Writers International Network. And the WIN organization recognizes talent and awards various artists every year, and literary artists and ambassadors and whatnot throughout the community. Ashok has published a number of books of poetry and also has won awards and honors, not just in Canada but in many other different countries as well. And you are poet laureate in the Philippines, is that correct? You were poet laureate in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's...
And Turkey and Greece.
Wonderful, wonderful human being. And Ashok gives of himself and helps many others, very kind and compassionate man. And I'd like to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ashok Bhargava. He's turned on.
It's easy to do that switch with your finger.
What's that?
There's no switch. You can
Thank
access
you,
that.
Deborah. It's on. I'm just going to read a couple of poems from my latest book, Riding the Tide. And we are talking about languages to begin with. So I'm going to give you a taste a little bit. A lot of population living here is Punjabi, but the main language in India is really Hindi. Punjabis are not even 2% of the total population of India, but they are 25% population of British Columbia. Maybe I got carried away, maybe 10. 25 sounds good to me. Especially, you know, when you have all those colorful turbans, even one looks like more than one. I can take that shot, but I should. So Hindi, it sounds a little bit like this. न जाने किसकी दुआओं का असर है मुझ पर, डूबने लगता हूँ तो लहरें उछाल देती हैं. Translation: It's your prayers and good wishes that keep me alive. Whenever I'm about to drown, the waves lift me up.
It's very soft language.
So that was my personal experience, but anyhow, first poem I'm reading is titled Joy Returns with Morning Light. I talk to my invisible friends at night. They listen with inscrutable faces and they do not argue with me. I tell them about the hopes in my eyes, desires in my mouth, and fears in my heart. Words fail me, constantly moving, shifting feelings until I'm exhausted. And then they leave me alone, confused, and I weep through the night. Joy comes with the morning. You are in me, then I am in you. You remain while I go out looking for you, not knowing you're always with me. So they are a little bit, I like to call them hopeful poems, because when you go through a period in your life when everything is dark and the word tomorrow is not sure it's going to come or not, and then all you can do is dream and hope that joy will come in the morning. And in my case, it did come.
Thankfully.
Next one is Where This Journey Ends. Sailing across a sea of open water makes me think of the life I have lived so far. Journey of 1,000 miles, genetic memory returning like salmon spawning. Holding hand tightly, you whisper your desire to go back to primal place where you once belonged. And I felt the pain of a hooked fish. I'm unsure. Here it ends or it begins.